Now I am going to solve this problem 135. So in this problem it is said that determine the moment of the 400 Newton force about the point A, right? So this is the point A and this is the 400 Newton force which is making 60 degree with this y-axis, right? And these are the dimensions. This is the height of this plate is 125 and this is 100 mm. These all dimensions are given. So in this problem it is said that find the moment by using two methods, right? So the first method is using the vector cross product relation, and then the second method is resolving the force into its components and finding their respective components, right? So we will use these two methods to find the moment about A. So first I will use the cross product method, right? So to find the moment about A, we will write R cross F, right? So we will first define our moment arm. So let's suppose if this is my moment arm from point A to B, right? From point A to B, and let's suppose that this point is the origin, right? So first we need to find the coordinates of point A and B. Let's suppose if I write that the coordinates of point A, so if this is the origin, so we need to travel this much distance along the x-axis, and this much distance is 50 plus 50, so it is 100 mm. So along x we need to travel 100 mm, and since this point A is again in the xz plane, so there is no need to travel along y, so the y coordinate is 0. And in the z direction, along the z direction we will travel 125 mm, so I will write 125. So these are the coordinates of A in mm, right? And to find the coordinates of point B, we will travel 50 mm in the x-axis direction, right? So we will travel until this midpoint of this length, right? And then we will travel. So if I write the coordinates of point B, so the coordinates of point B are, we need to travel 50 mm along x, then we will travel 100 mm along the y-axis, and since this point B is in the xy plane, so there is no need to travel along z, right? So this will become 0. So these coordinates are in mm. So now we are able to find the moment arm vector, and that moment arm vector is from A to B, right? So let me convert, let's suppose if these are the coordinates of A, which is 100 mm, so if I convert these coordinates into meters, so 100 divided by 1000 will be 0.10, and 125 will be 0.125. so these are in meters, right? And now the coordinates of B in meters will be, so these are the coordinates of B, so 50 divided by 1000 will become 0.05, 100 divided by 1000 will be 0.1, and this will be 0. So we will write our AB vector. So our AB vector will be equal to, so we will subtract the coordinates of A from B. So this will be 0.05 minus 0.1 I plus 0.1 minus 0 J plus 0 minus 0.125 K. So this will be equal to minus 0.05 I plus 0.1 J minus 0.125 K, right? So this is the moment arm vector from A to B. The next job is to find the F vector as well. So what will be the F vector? So for that we will resolve this force into its components. So let's suppose if I resolve this force, so then this will be one component, this will be one component, and this will be one another component, right? And this component will be the cos component, right? And this component will be the sine component. Let's suppose if I write, so this component is 400 sine of 60 degrees, and this component is 400 cos of 60 degrees, as the angle is made with this component, right? So if we want to represent the force as a vector, so then force will be equal to, so this component is along y and this component is along z in the negative z direction. So first I will write this, so this will be 400 cos of 60, and this is along positive y, right? So I will write j. And since this is along the negative z, so I will write minus 400 sine of 60 degrees along k, right? So this is the vector representation of the force. Let's suppose if I solve this, so we will get this force vector. So now this is the force vector. So now we will be able to find the moment about A. So we will take the cross product of these two. So let's suppose if I write them in the determinant form, so this will be I, j and k, and we will write minus 0.05, 0.1 and minus 0.125. These are the components of the moment arm vector, and here I will write 200 and minus 346.41, and this is 0, right? So the moment about A will be equal to, so I will hide this row and this column, and we will take the determinant. So this will be 0.1 into this, so 0.1 into minus 346.41 minus 200 into minus 0.125. So this will be multiplied with I. Then I will write with j, we will write minus, and I will hide this column. So we will take the determinant of this. So this will be minus 0.05 into minus 346.41, and this will become 0. So we will write this with j, and similarly I will hide this column, and then we will take the determinant of this. So I will write plus, and this will be minus 0.05 into 200, right? And this minus 0, right? So I will write it with k. So now when I solve this, so we will get the moment about A. So let me solve it. So when we solve this, so we get the moment about A. This is equal to minus 9.64 I minus 17.32 J and minus 10 K Newton meters, right? So all the moments about I, J and K all are clockwise, right? So if I represent that moments, so then this will be the direction, and if we curl our fingers in this direction, so our thumb will be in the negative x direction, right? And if we represent the moment about y, so this will be the direction, and if we curl our fingers, so it should direct, the thumb should direct in the negative y direction. And similarly, if we curl our fingers in this direction, right, so the thumb should point out in the negative z direction. So these are the directions. So all the moments about x, y and z are clockwise moments. So we have found this moment about A by using the cross product method, right? So this is the solution of part A of this problem. Now we will find the moment about A using this second method. So we will resolve this force into its components, and then we will find the moments of these respective components about point A, right? So for this method, let's assume that these are the x, this is the positive x axis, this is parallel to the positive x, this is the positive y, and this is positive z axis, right? So we will use the inspection method to find the moment of each and every component along x, y and z. So this is the sine component of this that we have resolved in the previous method. So the magnitude of this is 346.41 as we have solved it here, right? So this is the vector representation of that force, and the magnitude of this is 200 newtons, right? So this is 200 newton and the other one is 346.41. So now if we want to find the moment about A along the x-axis, right, so this will be equal to, so if we look into these two components from this direction, right, so if we look into these two components from this direction, so then this component, this 346.41 Newton component has some perpendicular distance from this point A or from this x-axis, right? So that distance is this much, 100 mm. So this 346.41 Newton component has 100 mm distance from this point A, along the y-axis is, right? So we can find the magnitude of that. So this will be 346.41 into 100 mm. So 100 mm divided by 1000, so this will be 0.1 meters, right? And if we look into this component from this direction, so this component is producing the clockwise moment about this x-axis is, right? And if we curl our right hand fingers, so the direction of the thumb should be in the negative x direction, right? So we will write that this is minus I, right? So this is in the negative x direction, so this is the clockwise moment, right? So this one is the clockwise. So due to this component, the moment produced is clockwise moment about the x-axis or along the x-axis, right? And then if we look into this component, so this component, this 200 Newton component is producing again the moment about this x-axis, and this 200 Newton has this much distance from this x-axis along the z-axis, right? And that moment will be having this direction, right? So this will be the direction of that moment, right? And if we curl our fingers, right hand fingers along this direction, so our thumb will point out in the positive x direction along the positive I. So this means that this green moment is the counterclockwise moment, right? So I will write plus, and this will be equal to 200, and the perpendicular distance is this much, right, of this 200 Newton. So 200 into 125 mm, so 0.125 meters. We will divide 125 by 0.125, so we will get this along I, right? So we will get this same moment, this is minus 9.64 along I. So we will get this same moment that we have found in the previous method, right? So minus 9.64 I, and this is the moment about A along x, right? So this is the component of the moment about A along x. Now to find the moment about A along the y-axis, right? So if we look into these two components from the top, so as we can see, if I extend the line of action of this 200 Newton force, let me extend the line of action of this 200 Newton force. So let's suppose if this is the line of action of this, if we look into this 200 Newton force, so this will produce the moment about z-axis, right? So as we can see, so if we look into this 200 Newton force, so this is the perpendicular distance from this z-axis, right? This is that z-axis, or we can say that this is the perpendicular distance of this 200 Newton force from this A point, right? Since we are finding the moment about A, so this distance is how much? So this is 0.5, right? So first let me write the moment about A along the z-axis, right? Since this is producing, if we look into this 200 Newton component from this top direction, right, from this direction, so it will produce the moment about z. So what will be the direction of this 200 Newton force about z? So this will be the direction, right? And if we curl our right hand fingers in this direction, so our thumb will point out in the negative z direction, right? So this means that this moment will be minus, right, in the negative z, and the magnitude will be 200 into 0.5, and this will be along the k along the z axis. And since in this component, this 346.41 component is parallel to the z axis, so it will never produce the moment about z axis. So this is the only component that is producing the moment along z, right? So this will be equal to, if we multiply this, so this will be equal to, this is 50 mm, so this will become 0.05, remember, right? So this is 0.05. So if we multiply this, so we will get minus 10k, and this will be Newton meters, and this is also Newton meters. If we look into these two components from this direction, right? So if we look into these two components from this direction, so this 200 Newton force is parallel to the y-axis, so it will never produce the moment about the y-axis. So only this component is producing the moment about y-axis, and the perpendicular distance of this 346.41 Newton component from this point A or from this y-axis is this much again, right? So this is the perpendicular distance. So if we write, and if we again look in this direction, so then this component will produce the moment about y-axis is like this. This is the direction, right? So if we curl our fingers, right hand fingers in this direction, so our thumb will point out in the negative y direction, right? So we will write minus, this will be 346.41, and this will be multiplied with 0.05, and this will be along j, right? So if I solve this, so we will get minus 17.32 j, and this is also in Newton meters. So now if we write the moment about A, the total moment about A, or the moment about A vector, so this will be equal to minus 9.64 I, minus 17.32 j, and minus 10 k. So this is that same moment that we got by using the first method, that is the cross product method, right? So this is the solution of this problem.